Get over here!
Therefore, since we have been justified through faith, we have peace with God through our Lord Jesus Christ, through whom we have gained access by faith into this grace in which we now stand, and we boast in the hope of the glory of God. Not only so, but we also glory in our suffering, because we know that suffering produces perseverance, perseverance, character, and character, hope. And hope does not put us to shame, because God's love has been poured out into our hearts through the Holy Spirit, who has been given to us. Ladies and gentlemen, we are here. Happy New Year, everybody, and welcome to the first episode of the long-awaited sequel that you've all been waiting for, Blasphemous 2. And apparently, someone's not too excited about that. Where are you, little one? So, yeah, if you guys hear a whimpering dog in the background, that's just Kishki, don't worry about that. So, I'm the Green Scorpion, and yeah, so this has been a bit of a long time coming. A lot of you have been asking me, Oscar, where's the Blasphemous 2 playthrough? Where's the Blasphemous 2 playthrough? Well, it's here now. You'll have to, like, forgive me, but, like, around the time I wanted to start this, a lot of things have been happening. The holiday season came around, the new year was happening, there was just a lot going on. But I am super happy and super excited to get into this game because I've been hearing a lot of good stuff. So, not really much a point into, like, delaying the inevitable, so let's go. So yeah, this is going to be following the same format as last time, in that I will be treating this as a sermon for 1-hour episodes every Sunday. In the Heart of Everything takes root solitarily. Footprints without companions, and, sorry. Great start, Oscar. You missed reading the first bit of the game.
La madrugada eterna de nuestras penitencias nos anuncia su fin.
Yo, the animation is so much smoother.
Para poner fin a la otra. Ambas esperan. La vuestra duerme. La mía vela. De este juramento sea el milagro testigo. En el que yo permanezco aquí para nuestro ansiado encuentro. Herido de silencio en este recogimiento.
Y entonces, mientras la ciudad del Santo Nombre se alzaba sujetada por 3 grandes estatuas, se oyeron los latidos rotundos de un gran corazón que emergió de entre las nubes.
Guys, my controller is
Que
beating like a
resonaban como
heartbeat.
campanadas de una iglesia invisible, más alta que ninguna otra, y que nos hicieron elevar a todos la mirada en una ascética llamada a misa, pues el milagro iba a dar a luz a un nuevo hijo.
Oh, man. Dude, this game looks, like, seriously gorgeous, especially when compared to the first game. These animations are smooth. So, from what I'm to understand, we're playing as the same penitent one from the first game. I think. I could be totally wrong. But I suppose people will clarify that for me in the comments later. I kind of know what to expect, but at the same time, I have no idea what to expect of this game. All I'm expecting is that it's going to be just as good, if not better, than our adventure in Blasphemous 1, because gosh darn it, I enjoyed myself. Alright, press Y to consume your bile flask and recover vitality. These flasks are refilled by kneeling before a prie-dieu, just as before. Oh, man. Alright, so... Can't do anything much other than move right now. Oh. What do we have here? Oh, okay, so yeah, in this game we get new weapons. In this case we have, like, a sensor. It's like a prayer sensor that works as a mace. What do we have here? We have... Okay, so double daggers? Oh, gee, okay. Huh. So we have, like, different attacks with them. Okay, this one has a charge attack. Do we have to choose our first weapon? And, of course... Okay, so we have, like, a dagger that has, like, a sort of, like... Has a sort of, like, combo attack. Do we have to choose which one we want to use first? Yeah, I'm not sure what to expect here, so I think for my sake, I'm going to go with... Honestly, like, I'm always, like, excited to see, like, 2 of something. So, I'm gonna go with this. Oh, it goes in 8 different directions. Goodness. Oh, okay. So this is for the sake of training? Okay, yeah, this one has like a basic 3-hit combo. I guess I'll try the mace real quick just to see what I can do here. Like, I imagine this like kind of like, oh geez, this thing is powerful. Hang on a sec. Or maybe it's just because it was low on health. Nope, yo, this thing actually has heft to it. How much damage does the charge attack do? Damn. So yeah, it seems to be based on like preference. Actually, I'm gonna go with the sword. Thou hast chosen thine companion on this pilgrimage. Only the miracle knows when thou shalt meet again in the presence of her 2 sisters. Okay, interesting. So, yeah, you start with one of these weapons, and I'm assuming based on what that said, you unlock the other 2 as you go. This... Oh, geez, that's gonna make things interesting. I'm sticking with my decision. I'm gonna go with the sword. And thus, we start our new beginning. With peace and hope in our hearts, we begin our new journey. Now, see, the funny thing is, like, I'm immediately tempted to go, like, directly to the left just to explore. But, I think I'm gonna go for a more direct approach this time, just so I can, like, kind of not continuously, not continuously turn myself around. Oh, goodness. So, yeah, like, yo, this menu. Cool. Okay, so, yeah, Repose of the Silent One. And, yeah, we are playing as a Penitent One. It's just a matter of, like, is that, like... Yeah, again, is this the same Penitent One as before? I imagine it is. Okay, I'm curious here. Okay. You know there's going to be, secrets that I'm going to be looking out for. So, yeah, am I going to do 100% with this game? I think so, actually. And, again, I am very much, welcoming of any comments that will help me gain that 100% access. I'm actually not sure if, like, this game has, like, DLC coming up later down the line, and if there is, I would totally be down to, like, check that out. I just don't know if it's been released yet. Resting before Prea-Dieu will restore health and flasks. It is the only way to save your progress. Upon dying, you will reappear at the Prea-Dieu you visited, and all the progress you have made since that point will be lost. Kneel before one whenever you can. Yeah, of course. So what do we got here? Whoa. First boss? Faceless One, Chisel of Oblivion. Okay. Okay, remember, I can roll. Oh, wait, that's right, I have a guard! There we go. Okay, first boss, you gotta learn, you gotta learn. Okay, can't guard that, good to know. Slide. Okay. Beautiful. Very, very good first boss. Like, very simple pattern. Very, like, very good, like, way to learn. Okay. Yeah, that was pretty easy. You have acquired Marks of Martyrdom. Interesting. So yeah, the purpose of the previous adventure was to basically rid the world of the miracle. What is the purpose of this one, I wonder? And yeah, while we are continuing forward, I should mention, I will be following the same structure as I have before, in that, like, I will be giving off, like, you know, general sermons and general, like, ideas of, like, you know, my perspective on faith and religion and how they kind of apply to... You're the first normal face I have seen in the entirety of this series. Who are you?
Penitente. Retornado del sepulcro y caminando entre los dolientes. Vuestro despertar se escribe ahora en los pliegos eternos. Anunciada es mi nombre, y provengo de los altos montes celestiales, asiento y principio de todo lo que santo se considera, para poder dirigirme a vos. Consideradme así preceptora en esta empresa, originada en la más alta sede. Penitente, el milagro va a dar a luz a un nuevo hijo, en un gran corazón descendido de las nubes, que vigila desde lo alto la antigua ciudad del santo nombre. Debéis llegar hasta él para así detener su alumbramiento. Mas en esta ascendente vía de penitencia, os aguardará la archicofradía. Aquellos penitentes que el milagro mismo tomó como sus centinelas, ahora aguardan vuestra llegada. Orospina, de la Hermandad de los Bordadores. Benedicta, de la Hermandad de la Perpetua Oración. Odón, de la Hermandad de la Sal. Lesmes, de la Hermandad de la Incorrupción. Todos bajo el mando del penitente más antiguo, el primero que fue, Eviterno, padre de los penitentes. Penitente, el milagro ha inculcado 3 remordimientos en la conciencia de 3 de sus guardianes. Solo revelándolos, conseguiréis la humillación de las figuras esculpidas que sujetan la ciudad, permitiéndoos así ascender a su zona superior y finalmente hasta el Gran Corazón. Buscad a los guardianes.
Aha. Yep, just like last time. Seek out the 3 so you can unlock the way forward. This is a big map. This is a big map.
Solo revelando los remordimientos custodiados por los 3 guardianes, podréis ascender a su zona superior y finalmente hasta el Gran Corazón.
Alrighty then. I just realized I'm still low on health. I might as well take a flask. There she goes. So, yeah, like I was saying earlier, right? I'm going to be following the same format for this playthrough as I did the last one, in that I will be providing sermons, I will be providing, like, you know, different perspectives and different, like, views into religion, faith, and how it would relate to, you know, like, just general life, like, as a whole, modern times, like, current events and things like that. Y'all know I'm gonna have a lot to say about current events, and I will get to that in future episodes. For this episode specifically, however, I would like to just focus on the game and take things in, for a little bit, just so I can, like, get my bearings, get my feet wet a little bit. Ruego al Alba is the most balanced weapon in your arsenal. Oh, that's the weapon we chose. Behind its coarse serrated blades lies a versatile weapon able to combine a powerful attack without giving the enemy a moment's respite. A blood pact will allow enemies wounds to heal the wounds. So it's a bloodthirster weapon. Ruego al Alba, weight of sin. In the air, down an X, and you can also parry. Oh? Ooh, sweet. Good to see the parries back, baby. Sweetness. I will at least address oh, execution? Yo, that's so sick! Execution. Some attacks can leave your enemies stunned. When this happens, press L trigger to execute stunned enemies. Defeating an enemy in this way grants you Fervor, Tears of Atonement, and Martyrdom points bonus. Okay, yeah, Martyrdom is a thing that's apparently going to be, like, a major mechanic, I feel, so we'll have to figure that out later. As I was saying, though, oh, there's definitely something up there, but doesn't look like I can really do anything right now. There's something in here. But I can't do anything right now. But yeah, as I was saying, I'm just gonna get, like, distracted by everything. What do we have here? Prayers and Fervors. Attacking and executing enemies will fill the fervor bar, which enables you to perform varied and powerful prayers. You can equip them in your inventory. Verses. Press B to recite a quick prayer. Chants. Combine down and B to invoke a powerful prayer. Oh? Okay. Prayers. So, Peteneras to the Burial of Lights. Invoke flames from the very earth itself, which inflict fire damage. Oh, okay, I just realized. Okay, so there are chants, which are the like, big prayers, and then there's quick verses. They're separate. Okay. Well, good chance to try it out here. Oh, that's so cool. All right, I dig this. All right. Yeah, great new beginnings, right, guys? So yeah, that's the main thing that I'm going to be emphasizing today, is the fact that, like, you know, new beginnings, guys. New things to look forward to, and I am very much looking forward to this game. 800 Tears of Atonement, not bad. Okay, I see those flames up there. That's gonna be platforms later. And I gotta say, like, going into 2024, like, you know, we're starting this episode in the new year. We're starting with, like, a new, fresh perspective on everything. There's a lot of, like, crap going on in the world right now, but I'm kind of, like, going into 2024 with a little bit more positivity, if I may say so myself. Not just because of the fact that I, like, have, that sense of faith, because are those bodies as a platform? Ooh, that's gross. Anyway, like, I will say that, like, my sense of faith has always carried me throughout, like, tough times, but that's not to say that, like, there haven't been tough times, obviously. I've actually started going back to therapy not too long ago, specifically because, like, the news has been depressing me, and, you know, like, again, I had to emphasize that it is my job, so, like, it's something that I kind of have to live with. Nice. But, like, lately I've actually been feeling a lot better about things, particularly because I have that perspective of, you know what, I recall, like, in the previous episode of Blasphemous, what are you? You are cool looking. Nice. I was looking back at, like, an episode of Blasphemous that I did a while ago that referred to the verse in the Bible that was talking about, present your worries to God. And that other verse that's talking about, like, you know, who has ever added another hour to their life by worrying. I've been remembering that lately, and I'm kind of going into, like, 2024 with that perspective in mind and just trying not to worry about everything too much. You know what I mean? There's a lot going on. There's, like, you know, obviously the war in Israel. There's a lot of crap, like, going on at work and things like that. There's a lot of crap on the internet. Like, God knows that, like, the internet has gotten a lot more volatile lately, like, let me tell you. But, you know, what was that one clip from the Boondocks? It was like, you know, what do you do when, like, things just seem out of your control, and there's nothing you can do? And I like what the guy said, like, you know, you focus on controlling what you can, or changing what you can, or, like, focusing on what you can change. And honestly, like, I think that's a mindset that a lot of people do need to, like, incorporate more so nowadays, because there's just so much going on that's so beyond our control, and worrying about it is just going to cause us more stress. So, me personally, I'm taking that verse that I read at the beginning of the episode from Romans, in kind of, like, not just putting my faith in God, because, again, like, as I've established before, I am a very, very like, confident God believer. Am I wrong in believing that there is a God? Maybe, but I wholeheartedly believe that God exists, and I put my faith in him. But at the same time, you know, like, you can't necessarily also put faith in God without at least having a little bit of faith in yourself, and it works vice versa. At least that's how I see it, you know? So, I'm going into 2024 with the mindset of respect your fellow man. Try not to let the negativity of online strangers get the better of you, because it really shouldn't. And just be nice, you know? Focus on what you can control. And what I can control right now is this game, because so far I'm liking this.
Bienvenido a este alboroto de aserraduras, colas y barnices que es mi humilde taller. Montañés es mi nombre, maestro de imagineros.
I want to point out, by the way, that they're kind of going a little on the nose with the names here, because Anunciada, who is the messenger that we saw from the heavens that gave us this mission to stop the birth of the heart that's, like, descending onto this city. Anunciada is literally a play on the word anuncio, which is announcements. Literally, her role in this story is literally in her name. Anunciada, anuncio, messenger, or announcement. Same thing with here. Montañes is a master sculptor. Montañes, like, can kind of, like, refer to mountains, but it also, like, that you can also like derive a meaning from that, saying that this guy is, I guess you could call him a mountain builder, but, like, you know, he's sculpting from stone. So I can definitely see where this is going.
Los que con cinceles y manos firmes hacemos corpóreas en madera las fieles figuras de los verdaderamente santos, para poder ser contempladas y admiradas con veneración por todos los devotos. No quedan rastros de luz en mis ojos vidriosos, mas puedo conocer lo justo y necesario en vos. ¿Acaso, pues, de alguna manera, no somos todos penitentes en esta tierra? El milagro dispuso que, al ser mi profesión la de imaginero, tallara en la madera como última obra mía la figura de la Santísima. Penitente, vuestra ayuda ruego disponer para comenzar esta última obra. Procuradme los mejores cinceles y herramientas, las más bellas pinturas, los más delicados barnices. Además, Soy capaz de esculpir para vos las figuras que encajarán en el retablo de vuestra espalda, como esta que os entrego aquí. Aceptadme este gesto de gratitud.
You have acquired the traitor.
Es solo la primera pieza de cuantiosas más que labraré para vos. Ahora la colocaré en el retablo de vuestra espalda, y así sentiréis su favor, mas también su carga. Las manos del milagro me guiarán en el tallado según el recuerdo que me traigáis. Que os guíen como ellas a mí, penitente.
Altarpiece of Favors. Visit the Sculptor's workshop whenever you want to equip figures in your Altarpiece of Favors. Each figure confers powerful benefits onto the penitent one and can react in mysterious ways when placed next to the others in the altarpiece. You can increase the number of slots in your Altarpiece of Favors in exchange for marks of martyrdom. Huh. Interesting. So... Holy smoke. Okay, so we only have one, which is the traitor. Increases physical damage inflicted. Okay, so you can kind of like have like different things. Oh, okay, that's cool. So the more sculptures you get, the more combinations you can make, and that'll unlock certain benefits and boons. Wow, okay. This game has a bit of a customization, like, aspect going on. I like this. Increase altarpiece capacity. I mean, there's really no point in doing so right now because, we don't have any other sculptures that we can equip. So we might as well just leave it at that. And by the way, I just want to go ahead and point out right now, the dubbing of this game in Spanish is immaculate. So yeah, like last time, I am going to be playing this entire game with the dubbing in Spanish, because the Spanish dubbing of this game is wonderful. Like, absolutely beautiful. And yeah, for anyone who, like, doesn't understand, which is probably a lot of you, the subtitles will be at the bottom so you guys can know what exactly they're talking about. Oh, hello. Hi. Good to meet you. I don't know who you are, but I'm scared. Let's see what's in here first. Oh, hi.
Solo hay sombras tras esta recia cortina que separan pecado y confesión, crimen y juicio. En mi oscuridad solo quedan el llanto para mí y el perdón para los que lo buscáis. ¿Dónde están ahora los afligidos? ¿Dónde están ahora los arrepentidos? ¿Cuánto tiempo desde que este sacramento comenzó su larga agonía? Ahora que vuestra penitencia de silencios y dolores en la carne os ha conducido hacia mi sombrío confesionario, permitidme podar la culpa que portáis, y así sentiréis aliviar la carga. Penitente, retornad cuando la culpa os queme la sien. Mi propósito os hará liberaros de vuestra carga.
So, is this guy the equivalent of the guilt statues? Well, I can't harm him, so I can't destroy him. But who knows? We'll see where that plays out. So yeah, I assume this is where I go if I need to, like, restore my guilt. So to speak. Okay, so... Yep. Okay, yeah, good to know that this is going to be a thing, so... Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to, like, revisit a lot of what's gonna be going on in this game, but... We shall see where it plays out. Profundo lamento. Profound lament. Yeah, I've been very excited for this game, so I am very much looking forward to seeing where this plays out. Can you go down this way? No, you cannot, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to reach whatever that is. Nice. Doesn't look like I can because I don't have the thing that allows me to jump off of walls. Ooh. I'm actually curious if, like, curious how to do the whole, like, blood thing, like, restoring health. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Oh, okay, you can actually deflect those, projectiles. I'm fine with this. Yeah, I do want to continuously, like, just defeat enemies, like, casually, if only because, like, it increases my, Wow, I'm just out of range with, this weapon. I'm thinking I made the right choice with this weapon so far. At least that's the impression I'm getting. Okay. I'm wondering if, like, using the joystick is the right choice here, but... Oh! Oh, okay, so he has a dedicated animation now for, the execution. Huh. I'm kind of hoping that's not the case throughout the entire thing, because I really like the, unique animations of the executions in the last game. But so far, this game definitely feels great. The animations are super smooth, too. This is looking fantastic. Okay, so I can't go up here yet because I don't... Again, like, I think I'm going to need a specific thing in order to, gain access to those, like, walls. The funny thing is, like, I had that, like, by default last game, and I'm wondering if perhaps it's locked behind a specific skill, or if I need a certain weapon. Oh, Jesus. I'm just gonna go ahead and take this. No, better safe than sorry. Oh, I can't aim upwards, Okay, yeah. I think I'm definitely gonna get this ability soon because I am crossing points of no return here. And I am never gonna say no to a prayer to you. What do we have here? I'm going to assume I can't do anything with this yet. We will come back to this later. So yeah, while we are exploring here, this silent area with no music. Oh, hello. Oh. Ooh. Oh, geez. Okay, you do quite a bit of damage. Oof, okay. I'm learning. Cool. Attacking and executing enemies allows you to earn marks of martyrdom, which can be used to upgrade certain characteristics at the of the penitent one. You can use marks of martyrdom by fighting and exploring the map. So yeah, definitely those specific enemies. Oh, hello.
¿Quién sois? Que tanto rostro como nombre ocultáis. No. Vuestro nombre no importa si vuestros pasos os han conducido hasta mí. Yerma es el mío. Mas esta ocasión no es propicia, pues son presurosos los pasos que mi promesa alienta, e inquebrantable la voluntad que los dirige. Este odio que cubre de sombras mi razón. He de partir de inmediato.
Steely Battle Lance. Weapon memories. You now have access to the weapon memory section of your inventory. Use Marks of Martyrdom to acquire advanced combat techniques. Track down the bearer penitents to unlock techniques that are even more powerful. Steely Battle Lance, the tip of an object of worship that can be turned into a weapon. It delivered a violent end to countless enemies, and the memories of those deaths linger on. Its strength resides in the arsenal of penitence in which it can be awakened, and there is lore to these, just like before. The night was dark and full of mist. Yerma saw the chance to climb in through an open window, breaking into that old church that discreetly oversaw a far corner of the village, a perfect night for her purpose. With cat-like agility, she climbed down the sculpture on the inner facade until reaching the cold marble floor. Nobody saw or heard her. She stepped into the temple's blackness, her eyes piercing every shadow in search of her objective. And there it was, on top of an altar at the end of a nave. A silver rod, an old sacred relic that had remained intact despite the centuries. It shone with a glow of its own, like some kind of living thing. It was said that the rod had been plated with an impossible alloy of oil-anointed silver. Yerma didn't hesitate. She slid from the shadows like a snake, took the rod, and felt its cold weight. That argent glow fleetingly reflected in her eyes, revealing them to be full of hate and thirsty for vengeance. Nobody will ever know what happened to that holy artifact. Interesting. I'm actually curious. Is there lore to the Peteneras? There is. Peteneras to the burial of lights. Chant to the friendly flame that naught could extinguish. Heavy clods of soil covered it all. Deprived of shadow, it now sleeps in repose. And is there... There is lore to these as well. Holy smoke. Okay, I'm gonna be reading a lot, guys. I hunch in the dark and my fingers fight to hold the dagger. It rides within my moist palm, like a living being wanting to escape my grasp, as if the weapon wanted no part of such a terrible crime, such an atrocious betrayal. The instructions were clear. It's him or me. So I wait, and will do so for as long as it's needed, joined by these regrets and silence as my accomplice, until he crosses, unknowing, the threshold of this door. It's him or me. Okay. Speaking of, yeah, these are the things that I can unlock. And yeah, Ruego al Alba. I'm not entirely sure what that means. I'm gonna have to figure out a translation on that one. Speaking of. Oh, I see. Like it allows me to equip it. There's no lore to that yet, so let's see what we can unlock so far. I have 2 Marks of Martyrdom. So Retribution. Pressing RB at the last moment unleashes a devastating slash that strikes multiple times. Okay. Blood Pact. Hold RB and X with the gauge full to activate Blood Pact. Empowers all hits from Ruego a la Alba with additional hits from mystical damage. Charge the gauge by dealing damage with Ruego al Alba. And then there's this. Crimson Warmonger. Press up and X to perform a Crimson Ascension. Press down and X to perform a Crimson Cyclone. Oh, okay. It's like with, it was like with Mea Culpa. Except it's basically just, like, on, one singular thing. I'm pretty... Yeah, I'm pretty, like, satisfied with just, like, using a couple of these to unlock these, but I also feel like I should save these Marks of Martyrdom a little bit for now, just to see what I can unlock later. I'm fine with the base set right now. So let's continue on, and I can see what we can do with those later. Ah! Hijo de madre, oldest trick in the goddamn book. And yet... Ivy of Ascension. Some surfaces can be used to climb. Hold down right trigger to cling onto these surfaces and not slip. Yeah, there it is. The climb ability. Fine with me. And yeah, this is precisely what a good Metroidvania does. Is like allow you to do things like this. Scratched lead sphere. Rosary beads. Equip rosary beads in your inventory to upgrade characteristics of the penitent one. Find additional knots to increase the number of beads you can equip. Yep. This is a really, really good progression in, like, teaching you all the mechanics you're going to want to, learn throughout the game. Scratched lead sphere. Slightly increased resistance to all physical damage. I mean, yeah, why not? Scratched lead sphere. Sturdy metal ball embedded in the hollowed out wall of a study. The monk who forged it was beaten to death, and no one remembers its real purpose anymore. Yeah. I'd say that works out fine. Oh, okay, cool. Huh? Huh. Alright, I'm seeing you, game. I actually kind of like this better than what we had before with the, with how the sword worked. Because now it just kind of functions like a Mega Man X wall jump. You got, like, those of y'all who played Mega Man X, y'all know exactly what the heck I'm talking about. I am going to assume I'm not going to be able to reach that one thing all the way over there without an additional ability of some kind. Yeah, no, there's no way. So we'll figure that out later. Oh, you know what I should do? Something I didn't do too often before, but I should probably do now is this. Let's mark these now so that I'm not scrambling about trying to figure out what the heck I'm missing later. So keep that in mind. Hey, are you... Do I remember you from last game? Are you who I think you are? Let's see.
Nana, mi niña, Nana.
No? Well, I can't do anything, so... yeah, same deal. But this time, I'm going to put a question mark on that, because God knows what that is. God knows. I should use that more often here. Actually, I think with this wall climb now, we can do not this. Yeah, no, this is going to be something different. Yeah, I have no idea what the deal is with that bell, but that's definitely something we're going to have to figure out later. Since there is a clear path that way, I don't necessarily feel the need to mark that as of right now. Oh yeah, that's also something I gotta remember, is that resting at those prie-dieux is going to regenerate all the enemies. Okay. Oh man, yeah, it's just a straight up wall jump from Mega Man X, and I am perfectly fine with this. Ooh, that felt good. It seems like there's some sort of, like, additional bonus to, like, if you can do a perfect parry, as it were. So definitely keep that in mind. Okay, the recovery on this thing is a little bit less than a little bit more than I would like when it comes to, like, those combos, so I'll have to keep that in mind. Ow. Oh, jeez. Yeah, I might want to take... I might want to just take a flask just to be safe. Yeah, I'm noticing that animation with a perfect parry. So, that'll probably make getting that one skill very much worth it. What I am enjoying, though, is the fact that this weapon can keep me just out of range of that sword swipe. Okay, easy. Nice. Oh, what do we have up there? Ah, Sculptor's resonant gavel. So that's definitely, something we're going to want to give back to the Sculptor. Small square hammer. Skilled sculptors use tools similar to this to work wood in its initial form. However, it is impossible not to conclude that any artist using such small a mallet must have sought to undergo some kind of penance or punishment. His last work, Part 5. It was then that the Sculptor, witness of the whole ordeal, was blinded by a radiance that grew from the pious visage of the lady. A flare so grossly incandescent that it condemned him to the most absolute darkness. The old man, blinded forever. Yet in the midst of that deep blackness, a vision persisted, engraved with pure light. The most beautiful face he had ever laid his eyes upon. Yeah, I had a feeling like that's, I had a feeling that was like the situation with that Sculptor, is that he's blind. So, we're gonna have to figure the deal with that later. In the meantime, what do we have here? Miravras of the Return, yeah. It's a prayer. Miravras of the Return to Port. Takes the penitent one back to the city of the... What?! So you can just go back to the city on a whim? That's honestly really awesome that they give this to us early. Because I remember we had a similar prayer that brought us back to a Priadieu last time. So yeah, it seems like the City of the Blessed Name is basically going to be a central hub in this game. And I am fine with that. Where is this taking us? Hello. The Sea of Ink. Forgotten Tribute. It is a quest item. A coin that was used for many years as payment for the processions that traverse the roads at nighttime. These processions gradually died out, so finding a coin like this is a rare occurrence. The thick night mist snaked and curled around the lattice of trunks and branches that made out that forest. From that very fog, that stick to my skin like a clammy shroud, did emerge the shadows. They marched in procession with mournful parsimony. Thank you. Each one a bearer of their own lament and grim expression, confused, wafting forward in death. Seized by the sinister sight, I could not help but witness, frozen in place, as they slowly made their way towards me. Only then did the procession stop. The shadow guiding the group, the tallest and most tenebrous of them all, bowed down, in silence, showing me the palm of his bare hand. He was waiting for something. Petrified, I could but mutter a few vain words whilst my whole being shivered. It was at that moment that the piercing light of a sudden dawn broke through the entangled canopy of that forest, tearing apart both fog and spectre, making them all vanish before me. The sweet song of birds conjured away the deadly silence that had reigned before. I will never know what tribute that ghosts of mist would have asketh for, nor if I ever encounter them again. Interesting. So, the fact that this is a whole sea of ink, one of two things is going to be the situation here. Either there's going to be a ship here that's going to take me somewhere later, or I'm going to have to dive into that ink sea. Either one would be cool, but I'm kind of wondering if like there's going to be some sort of underwater segment in this game, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of hope there is, because that would be seriously sick. Assuming the penitent one can even breathe underwater. Something tells me I doubt it. This game's brutal enough as is. In the meantime, is there a path this way? There is. What do we have here? No traps? No secrets? Okay. Oh, Jesus. Oh, now what? Ow. Empty receptacle. Is this like the empty bile flasks from last time? Glass vessel able to contain the blood flowing from the crimson flesh touched by the miracle. Used to increase the number of bile flasks. Yep, as I thought. On hearing the young man question, the elder's gaze filled with melancholy. Yes, this church belongeth to a bygone era, one so ancient, so chaotic, that it's as if it wanted to disappear from memory. An age in which time itself decided to stop in a perpetual sunset, and in which every man yearned only for the designs of the divine. But so it happened that the faith of those people faded, quietly escaping from their hearts year after year. Even so, this abandoned church still stands, its foundation as firm as ever, as if it waited for something, as if it refused to give up the faith that so many had already lost. And the old man stood there, gazing at the sturdy stone, lost in thought. I'm having fun reading these. Like, we're getting so much information and so much, like, already being established, and we're not even an hour into the game. Speaking of which, the hour is nearly upon us, but we still got some time to go through this. So, we got a hammer for the Sculptor, so let's see what we can garner from this. Montañez, I believe was his name.
¿En qué os puedo asistir, penitente?
I have a tool for you.
Este mazo se siente tan equilibrado a la mano que parece no requerir esfuerzo alguno para moverlo. Tenéis mi gratitud, penitente. Que las manos del milagro os guíen, penitente.
Okay, so I'm going to assume that he needs more tools in order to be able to do more sculptures. Or however you want to go about it. What has me curious is that there are definitely still people here. And I believe what we have access to now is that now that we have the ability to climb, we should be able to gain access to more of the map, such as right here, as a matter of fact. I don't think I can make this jump. No, I cannot. So yeah, there's definitely something up there. But yeah, I think, yeah, it seems like this first guardian in the Sacred Entombments is kind of designed to be the first one that we encounter. So I am okay with this. Aqueduct of the Costales. Yeah, I don't think we have what we need to activate those bells, and yeah, like as you can tell, there's something going on with these like globules that we see in the air. Like, I'm going to guess they're going to make platforms of some kind. Yep, and there's a child there that we can free later on. I'm really digging the music in this game. That's actually something that I'm super excited about, is that like I've been hearing from a couple of guys that like the music in this game is like supposedly better than the first one. Oh geez. Okay, yeah, I gotta basically abuse the I gotta basically abuse the guard button because it's way too powerful. Oh, that's right. I can also, like, reflect projectiles just by hitting them. I gotta remember I can do that. It's hard to remember, though, admittedly, because, like, you wouldn't expect to be able to parry a fireball just with a sword swing, you know what I mean? Okay. I'm going to assume those spikes are also instant death, so stay away from that. I can already tell those, like, skulls are going to be very annoying. Ooh, I'm actually surprised I parried that. Might as well. Nice. Cool. Alright, yeah, we still got, like, a little bit of time left before this episode ends, so let's go ahead and, like, maybe we can get to the next preview, and we'll call it an episode. So far, like, I kind of already knew what to expect, and I'm just gonna say right now, this game already is making a great first impression. This game feels great, it looks great, it sounds great. I am very excited to go through this playthrough. And as much as I'm sure a lot of you guys are, like, once again, like, as we, like, start getting towards the end of this, I just want to say, I'm super grateful that a lot of you, like, really garnered interest in this series. I'm really happy that, like, the last playthrough, like, got some seriously good reception, because, like, again, if anyone will tell you that religion in general is, like, not a topic that is very popular for discussion, like, a lot of the time, because, like, it can get touchy, especially because, like, you know, a lot of people just don't agree with, like, one thing or another. And honestly, like, me personally, as someone who actually really enjoys talking about religion and faith and theology, I really feel like it shouldn't be a topic that, like... Oh? Oh, jeez. Okay. Whew. Beautiful. What do we got? The purified one. Is this a sculpture? It is. I'm going to assume we can't equip unless we go back to the Sculptor. So, yeah. We can, at the very least, look at the lore. So, the purified one increases fire damage. The executioners waited until the ravenous flames devoured the condemned before approaching the stake to collect their charred remains. Amidst the cindered wood and ashes, they found the body of a woman, untouched by the fire. Her skin, while cold and pale as marble, looked pure, unblemished. Awestruck were the executioners by this finding, and long they wondered who this saint was, as it was clear that the divine will of the miracle had protected her flesh from the pyre. They would never know, but her body, still preserved and immaculate, rests within the most delicate of urns. This beautiful work of glass and silver, placed in the bowels of a crypt, under a church erected in her honor. Hence the fire. Alright then. But yeah, like, as I stated before, I am someone who does genuinely enjoy talking about religion, faith, and, like, theology and all that jazz. Especially as someone who, like, enjoys, like, you know, the mythology of, like, different pantheons. Which, you know, would I consider that necessarily the same thing? Not really, because, those are, like, derived from faiths, like, long past, in a sense, but, like, I also would not doubt that, like, there are still people who genuinely, like, look at those and, like, with, genuine reverence, you know what I mean? But, like, I am one who definitely enjoys just the general, discussion of faith and religion, because I do genuinely feel like it's something that doesn't need to be controversial, you know what I mean? That's just me personally, mind you. Like, I understand why it's controversial to a lot of people, but I also think that it's because, like, a lot of people treat it as a big deal, when in reality, it shouldn't. Again, like, I refer to, like, a verse that I used back in the day. It's like, you know, do not cast your pearls before swine. Particularly in the realm of, like, just not like putting forth your religion or your faith to those who don't really want to listen to it, because, like, you know, there is a value in discretion, you know? Know your place, know the time and the place, and, like, exercise, like, general wisdom in knowing your audience and, like, understanding that, you know, not everyone wants to hear about it. And that's actually part of the reason I like doing this series, is because those who do want to hear it, those who do want to listen to me ramble about religion and faith and Christianity and God, I'm going to assume you're watching this series knowing full well that I'm going to talk about that. So, you know, don't hold it against me. But that's generally, that's generally, like, my main purpose in doing this series, and I'm looking forward to, like, playing through this game, because aside from the, like, you know, aside from, like, you know, the religious, I don't want to call it agenda, but more like religious rhetoric, I guess you could say, I just genuinely enjoy this game. I love Metroidvanias, I love Spanish culture, I love, you know, I love, like, you know, theological themings, and yeah, I love Blasphemous, and I am very much looking forward to playing through this game and having you guys tag along. And I believe we're going to go ahead and end the episode there. So, thank you guys for joining me for the first episode of Let's Play Blasphemous 2. In the next episode, we are going to continue our journey through the Aqueduct of the Costales and hopefully make our way to the Sacred Entombments. Will we face our first boss in the next episode? Maybe. We'll have to see. But yeah, let me know in the comments, guys, what you guys think, how you guys feel about the verse I shared, how you feel about my mentalities going into 2024, and if you're so inclined, share with me your New Year's resolutions. Share with me the mindset that you have going into the new year. All I can say is I hope it's a positive one. I hope it is something that you can consider healthy going into 2024. And at the end of the day, stay positive, everyone. Acknowledge evil. Be angry about it. Be sad about it. But also remember, happiness gives us the will to bear it. And positivity and love will always be preferable to hate and anger. You know? I'm going into 2024 keeping that in mind. And just generally having respect for my fellow man. And I hope you all are too. See you guys in the next episode. Take care.